Just putting together a system for someone. Not a maximum performance system, but we've got some good parts in there. 13600K. I have an extra 2TB SSD that they're gonna get. And this is an Asus ROG Strix Z790A gaming Wi-Fi 2 motherboard. Just got to put memory in, get a cooler on there, graphics card. Yeah, it'll be great. I had a 13900K CPU in the system, but that CPU is dead/dying. I've gotten a replacement, but I have a 13600K that's going to go in here instead. This will be a mid-range budget build for my friend. Always fun putting in the chips. Got to get those lined up properly. I do appreciate the new lockdown mechanism because it puts better pressure across the chip than the old what is this, socket 1700? Like some of the socket 1350 stuff, I didn't really like the mounting mechanism. This one applies better pressure here and here so that it's more uniform. I should say here and here. Got some basic DDR5-5600 from Crucial. Their DDR500 or DDR5 Pro line. Nothing special. AMD Expo as well as Intel XMP ready. Line up things. You want to put memory in the slots 1 away and 4 away from the CPU. Normally, you should check your motherboard manual just to make sure. Oh, and look, I got that backward. I said 1 away and 4 away. That's obviously wrong. What I meant is skip 1 slot. So 2nd slot and 4th slot is where the memory goes. I put it in right, but I just said it wrong. DDR5 is usually a little better about clearly not lining up. Come on. Man. There we go. I was gonna say that didn't feel like it was going in properly. 1 stick. It's hard to do this one-handed too. Two sticks. Now we just gotta put on some thermal paste, put on a cooler, boot it up, make sure it works, because I don't have the case or power supply. I've got my own mess. I'll hook that up, make sure it boots, ship it off. They get to do the last of the assembly. Probably catch flack on this one, but I'm not one to try and flatten it out and make the application of thermal paste look perfect. The chip is actually underneath there and it's kind of rectangular, a long rectangle. You can just get enough thermal paste on there. You don't put a ton, you don't put too little. Some people try to do a single pea or a sausage. The main thing is you just want to get good pressure down on it. It should be fine. It's only a 13600K. It's not going to use as much power or run as hot as the 13900K, 14900K. All set. Time to try and get the cooler on there. Well used, well loved cooler. Just wiggle it around. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to do this two-handed. Can't continue to hold my phone, but basically just hold the thing down and put the top screw tips on. Once you got one of them on, the rest can be done one-handed. You don't really need to tighten these with a screwdriver even. You could, I guess, but like these just go down all the way. And the main thing is, once these are on, you got to make sure to plug in all of the cables in the appropriate spots, which sometimes is easier said than done. Let's see, where's my last screw? My last bolt. All right, so that's done. We need to plug in power up here somewhere. Oh, 2 power things over here. And then hook up USB fans and all the other stuff. I'm gonna do that without the video. This is important for the first time setting it up. See in the bottom right, or sorry, bottom left, we've got clear CMOS. That's not the important thing. We've also got the BIOS flashback button. This motherboard has not been used, so this is a Raptor Lake motherboard. Raptor Lake CPUs had microcode problems that was causing them to fail after anywhere from 6 months to a year and a half maybe. We need to update the BIOS. So there's a BIOS slot, and I got to get the right BIOS, stick it in, hold down the button, and we'll flash the BIOS to the latest version. So now to BIOS flashback, I think we just hold that in. You can see it's blinking. This is the post setup disclaimer. BIOS flashback wasn't working for me because I went and downloaded the wrong BIOS. I got the BIOS for an ROG Strix Z790A gaming Wi-Fi, not number 2. So it wasn't recognizing it. Got the right BIOS and just updated through the BIOS interface, the Easy Flash or whatever it's called for Asus, and that worked just as well. So even though it looks janky because it's sitting on a box, it's up and running, and we are updating the BIOS, and it just finished. Awesome. Everything is going well so far. So next up, we just need to get the operating system installed, get some drivers installed, and we will be ready to rock and roll. Or at least my friend's PC will. Don't worry, this is all just normal. It just takes time. Installing Windows 11 24H2. Almost finished. Stay on target. Stay on target. And we're done. My tip, once you're up and running, I had to install network drivers in order to get up and running, but get into Windows and go to ninite.com. Select all the things that you would like to install. I put on Chrome. I also put on the Brave browser because it has built-in ad blocking. Grab Notepad++, that's an awesome little thing. Everything if you would like to search for files efficiently. VLC for video playback. Spotify if you want. Audacity if you'd like to edit audio files. It's a good one. I also grabbed 7-zip. That's a critical one for my book. TeamViewer 15 maybe if you want remote help. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything else you can do on your own from there. PC up and running. Oh, and activation. Yeah, check out Windows MS Guides 11, Windows 11 activation. There's KMS ways to do that. That's all I'm saying. Thanks for watching. This is, again, something for a friend, but give me a like and a subscribe if you want. Still running Sans graphics card. We'll add that later once I figure out what they want to do. Take care. Bye.